Stellaris, the new patches, 2.3.1 and extremely new 2.3.2. Now I wanted to make a video about 2.3.1 patch of Stellaris, and now it turns out there's a beta on 2.3.2, so we're gonna do the video together. So let's see, what's in the 2.3.1 version? That is running excellently here. We have new Ancient Relics story pack features, increased variety of introductory images for archaeology sites. That will be fun, and added some missing sound effects to archaeology site dig stages and random events. Oh, nice. So it's also gonna sound different. That's nice. The UI has an added alert if planet automation is low on resources and monthly transfer is lower than 10. Yeah, that's good. I really like the auto alerts, but I would also like, maybe they'll add that in, like in Crusader Kings 2 or EU4, that you can customize what messages you get a little bit more, a little bit better, because if you're in the late game, like with hundreds of planets, no, maybe not hundreds, but like 50 planets or something, and you get tons of alerts all the time. Fixed missing log string in throw deposits. Nice. So we'll actually have better throw deposit. Fixed the tooltip for machine pops being processed by a devouring swarm, wrongly suggesting that you could get delicious food out of their soulless metallic husks somehow, instead of decidedly unappetizing alloys. Well, if you're missing iron, who knows? The Grunul system spawn pop-up event now displays neighboring system name instead of an empty string. Yeah, Grunul is important for Ancient Relics. Fixed some missing text on the Omnicodex Arc site. Good, good. Then about the AI. AI has also been improved. I like that. They are working together with Glavius AI mod for the weights. So let's see what they've improved this time. Improved AI's desire to aggressively produce alloy foundries to drive its fleets and expansion. Oh, that's helping. AI is much more willing to actually spend that alloys on ships. That also helps because stations are still not that good. Fixed AI wasting its influence by constantly reforming government. Hey! Fixed AI being only willing to spend rare resources on base construction, never upgrades or edicts. Okay. That's good. Updated AI food, energy, mineral and influence budgeting. It will now try to use them on decisions and edicts when able, instead of amassing huge untouched stockpiles. That's going to make the AI a lot more powerful. Fixed AI treating pirate-occupied systems as total no-go zones, even when it had more than enough fleet power to wipe them out. Should help them expand without being blocked off. Good. AI empires will now be willing to expand into systems up to 5 jumps beyond their borders, making it more difficult to cut them off at choke points. Yeah, there have been actual posts about that on Twitter, where the AI is basically like the Civ AI on speed. We'll see how that is liked, because it's also very expensive influence-like, so we'll see if they will do that often. Tweaked AI influence spending on edicts and campaigns so as not to activate ones with a limited value. Map the stars when most of the galaxy is explored, etc. That helps as well. Then we have some bug fixes. That is nearly a bug fix for me. Fixed failure to launch crossplay beta branch on Linux. Fixed failure to launch the Good Old Games version on Mac without using Good Old Games Galaxy. I have to try that out someday. Really. I've tried the Paradox launcher, but I couldn't. I have to try again. Fixed cases where victorious force ideology wars would not result in ethics shift. Yeah, that needs to be good. Fixed an economy out of sync. Yeah, every time I load a save game, at the moment, economy is out of sync, so maybe it's not anymore. That's cool. Fix a potential crash in the crossbreeding game rule. Okay, that's helpful. Fix Zroni precursor sites being wrongly visible to all empires, not just the discoverer, allowing them to be ninjaed by others and leaving you stranded with an uncompletable chain. That helps so much. Fixed core sector being named after the initial planet name before any homeworld name is applied. Good. When you have multiple fleets selected, some with a side jump drive and some without it, it will now show the longest combined jump they can make together, not the max range for just the psi ships. That helps, yeah. As always upgrade everything to the jump drive. Fixed exploits related to jump drive use, allowing fraudulent circumvention of cooldown times and max ranges. Good. Fix unconscionable, unplayable typos and missing texts. Yeah, absolutely, literally unplayable. Governors. Fix a hilarious one from last year, where if one of your star bases came under enemy occupation in a war, you could still queue up defense platform construction there. Helpfully, the enemy empire would pay for this from its own resource stockpile. My goodness. Fixed cases where general leader traits were wrongly applied to armies. What? Added missing special portrait for the Nubowel featuring Fred Durst. Fixed new Ancient Relics sound effects playing at a way too loud a volume. Yeah, that helps. Don't be alarmed if a fix for an issue affecting you isn't in yet, we're not done. And so we're continuing to 2.3.2 beta patch. It's a beta opt-in, so you can choose it from the beta menu in Steam. And here we go with a 2.3.2 beta patch. I really like that quick thing they're doing here. A list of fixes and changes by the good Jammo Stellaris producer. So in the interest of getting these fixes to you quickly, and anything requiring new text is not yet translated into languages other than English. We get localization done and in for the final 2.3.x version. Okay, so gotta be patient for the rest. So, and this also means they will probably try to completely fix version 2.3 to make it very sound and stable before, and that was a pointer from a friend, the Swedish summer holidays, when everyone goes out and is away. That is, I don't know when exactly that starts. I think it starts somewhere in July, so they will do extremely quick patches, I expect. Then, story pack features from Ancient Relics. The random outcome archaeological loop in the Deja Vu Dig archaeological site has now altered story text, and the outcome temporarily traumatizes the scientist. Oh, interesting. Random outcome, a custom job in the Cut to Fit archaeology site, now rewards the player with benefits to terrestrial sculpting tech research. Oh, nice. And we have balance fixes. Added a new artifact action to discover a precursor site for 25 minor artifacts. Oh, that's so cool. Reduced AI expansion distance to 2 for slightly less gruesome Balkan borders. Okay, they expanded it to 5, and that led to crazy postings on Twitter. It will still be more aggressive than before, about trying to avoid being boxed in. Nubauer life-seeding decision no longer has any cost, since the cost is paid for by activating the relic. Either Drake Trophy Relic effect on Unity increased from 10 a month to 10% a month. Wow, the Either Drake. Scales of the Warm Relic effect on Unity replaced with 10% more physics research speed. Wow. Rubricator Relic effect on Unity replaced with 20 society research per month. And the Surveyor Relic activation cost is now 500 energy instead of 150 influence. Oh, a lot of people would like that, so it's really repeatable instead of very limited. Then in the UI, you now get a pop-up when resettling the last pop of a colony to make sure you want to destroy said colony. Added the ability to toggle Steam-rich presence on or off in settings if you don't want your friends and family to know you're extinguishing all sentient life as a race of murderous fanatic purifier BDSM catgirls. Okay. Fixed a draw issue on the mechanocalibrator and pre-space rattling world that would cause resources districts to display as a single gigantic box. Oh good. Then more AI fixes. Fixed AI activating population control when it shouldn't. That's nice. Fixed colony automation spamming too many districts at once in multiplayer. That helps for your resources. Lots of little tweaks to the AI's economic decision making. Good. Modding. Using brackets in lock, inscripted triggers and inscripted effects can no longer result in an infinite loop, as it thinks it's supposed to be a macro. That sounds very helpful to have that fixed, right? Then we have actual bug fixes. Fixed colonies not being destroyed properly and emptied of population. Go forth and purge once more. Okay. Fixed barren worlds not terraformed. Yeah, I had some strange building events pop up there, and that was really odd. Fixed barren worlds not terraforming. Okay. Then fixed armies mysteriously gaining strength, regenerating or disappearing without a trace during invasions. Okay, the mysteries of the armies. Fixed synth ascended robots were robo-modded, not being assembled on planets. Fixed Gestalt empires starting with either unemployed drones or unmanned job slots. Good. Fixed a crash when a planet building a robot template changes owner. Oh my goodness. Fixed unplayable has typo atrocity in the Grand Herald event. Yeah, literally unplayable. Fixed a bug where Steam-rich presents would sometimes fail to display you were in a race of murderous fanatic purifier BDSM catgirls with too many ethics. Fixed so that pops will not promote to specialists and rulers if there are unemployed pops from those strata already available. Good. Get back to the acid mines, proles. And we have inscrutable power achievement now properly looks for the Galatron relic. Galatron is very powerful. Planets shouldn't start with unemployed pops anymore. Yeah, that helped. I had crisis coming from that. Then we have habitat-specific orbital deposits should no longer rarely appear on non-habitats. Oh yeah, that would be helpful. The Givener skill is no longer a thing. Drivener simulators may now properly have farming worlds to feed their hungry cyborgs. Very interesting. No longer possible to merge the salvage cruiser with normal fleets to prevent exploits with upgrades and resource refunds. Fix the atomic clock event annihilating primitives but leaving observation stations intact to observe their irradiated cadavers, I guess. Okay. The Galactic Wonders Ascension perk will now begrudgingly accept a science nexus as complete even if it doesn't have a brain in a jar. Your researchers will still know it's not really complete without one though, and that knowledge will haunt them in the lonely hours of the night. Fixed events like a new metal spawning on worlds that already had science stations and wrongly being collected by these. It's a more smoothing of sound effects volume spikes in the new Ancient Relics content. Nice. Fixed a case where the Rubricator world could wrongly spawn a second, entirely unrelated dig site. Now that's interesting. Fixed being able to make a slave army from any species whatsoever, so long as a single pop of any race was enslaved on the planet, even though it was an admirable display of class solidarity. Interesting. Prevented the Baal chain from spawning any dig sites in the Sol system, because that made even less sense than lasers making sound in space. Aha, yeah. Here, the Stellaris test branch is also required if you want to crossplay with people on Paradox Plaza or put out games versions of the game. Yeah, and here 2.3.2 is an optional beta patch. An opt-in manually. Go to your Steam library, right-click on Stellaris, Betas tab, select Stellaris Test Branch. So, very cool, I think, that these fixes are coming in at such a speed, even before the weekend, so a lot of people can test them out. And I will too. I'm already loving the 2.3.1 version, and 2.3.2 is probably going to be even more stable. Nice. So, see you soon with more Stellaris videos. If you want to stay in contact, subscribe and click the bell button to actually get messages from YouTube mentioning the content. Yeah, you have to do that now. I'm only mentioning it because I have like 8% of people using the bell. And so I'm below average and YouTube is plaguing me about it. So please use the bell if you want to get more Stellaris messages. Thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel signing out.